Hi guys, welcome to this week's Urban Uncut, and this week I have something special for you. We are renowned for being a Defender modifier, and I would like to say we are the #1 in the UK. This is the 75th Defender Anniversary Edition from Land Rover, and this is our special take on it. Let me start by taking you back 5 weeks. Hi guys, welcome to this week's Urban Uncut, and we are starting this week's episode with a 75-year-old car. It's not actually 75 years old, it's the 75th Anniversary Defender in Grasmere Green. So, 5 weeks ago, this wasn't even a thing. This car was dumped on us by a customer. They basically said they loved the colour of the car, but it was just too, for want of a better word, old-fashioned. They wanted us to put a modern twist on it, and we started brainstorming and doing things. They gave us carte blanche to do whatever we want, and out of that, we got kind of an addition. So one thing about the interior we wanted to retain is the fact that it's quite modern, which didn't really go with the outside. So we just wanted to add our flat bottom steering wheel. Now, thanks for your comments last week, guys. Some of you said that we should have put the steering wheel in with a complementary Grasmere green stitch, which was a fantastic idea, but the rest of the car, because we didn't trim it and we kept the inside cost down, it was all black stitch, so we opted for a nice clean black stitch steering wheel to go with it. And the feel of it, the cabin, is premium.
So to give you a little break from all that green, all that heritage Grasmere green stuff, I have this absolutely stunning, something a little bit more monochrome, 110 XRS. So you may remember in the summer we did a 90 XRS in Yulong White. So this is a 110. So there's only two in Yulong White, 190, 110. So the lovely thing about the Yulong White is showing the huge contrast between the exposed carbon, the gloss black, and the Yulong White metallic. So this has got the XRS bonnet, the embossed lettering, the red stripe running through the front grille, square DRL, the lower canards, followed into the wide track arches, which make it look so beefy on the road. So with the XRS, of course, you get exposed carbon fibre. So exposed carbon fibre side vents, wing mirror caps, roof light bar, satin black side steps, which go lovely with the satin black Urban Vossen XRS 23-inch alloys. Finishing off the rear, you've got the exposed carbon fibre rear spoiler, and of course, the 5th spare wheel on the back. I absolutely love this car. The combination between the gloss black, the exposed carbon, and this beautiful metallic Yulong White, absolutely perfect.
So, 2023 plan. Make cars as wide as possible. Had a little bit of an idea in the night about an RS6. We got an RS6 in red on the ramp. It's already gonna, I know it's gonna look awesome with our kit, but I've got this idea about making an XRS version of it. I've already got the wheels cut as a little bit of an incentive to see if we can make it wider and put some nice, like, vented sort of front arches on, and full replacement carbon arches. Let's see how they're getting on. They've put 30mm spacers on now. I think it's probably gonna be too wide, but at least we can get to the point where we know exactly what we can do. John, put it down, brother.
No problem. When you've finessed the size of these spacers, you'll then get a wheel built to that spec, yeah?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so the spacer's only just
to see what's going on.
And then we'll get the offset of the wheel built out at the back, and then we can probably get more dish on the front, because at the moment...
if you could get that concave on the front, that would be cool.
So this is deep concave on the front and super deep on the back. I think if we've got a little bit more offset on the front, we can get super deep on the front as well.
That would actually give the image of it being wider than it is as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool.
Right, so looking at that, that's too big already.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you come in here, come in cam to cam. So you can see this RS6 arch is already pretty wide, and I want to get some sort of fan vent round here with some air intakes that you can see through or something like that. Not designed it yet, but just kind of thinking about that. This has got a 30mm spacer on what we would normally put on 22-inch Voss and HF5s. And I think looking at this, it will be so wide. Like you said, people won't get it in their garage.
Absolutely.
You just rung me up and said they won't get it in their garage, it's too wide. I think maybe somewhere in the middle, sort of like 10 or 15mm on the front.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fronts aren't a huge deal because you are going to be replacing the wing. It's the rears that we're going to have issues with.
Yeah, what's on the rear?
So the rear's 30, it sticks out a little bit more.
Yeah, it does.
Because obviously these are a different offset, because I think we're ET17 on the rear, 11 on the front.
Yeah, so yeah, slightly wider.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we come here with a bigger shoulder, you know what, looking at the arch now, seeing the wheel, even if we come in 20mm and come out 10, when you've got that arch down there, it's just whether it tucks enough inside. If we're going to lower the car.
So I'll tell you what the best bet then. I'll change the spacers.
Yeah.
Take the rear springs out, jack it up, and see if we've got that clearance.
Ah, yeah, because you can go up and down, can't you?
That's what we'll do.
So off the back of that, you can basically get me to the furthest point, even
without any arch contact.
Even at a lowered point without any arch contact. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I think we're moving to stage 2 of this. 30mm is definitely too big.
I reckon we're looking at 15 and 10.
15 and 10, yeah.
I reckon that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like I said, I'll remove the rear springs and I can jack it right up to the point at which a lowered car would be, so you know that we're not going to cause you any issues. Yeah. So the last thing you want is tearing out people's arches.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. You know what, as well, when you do this, because obviously people want it to tuck in the arches, if I roll over with an arch and I make the arch that little bit lower,
it will give you the conception of the car, the deception of the car being lower than it is.
So if it rolls down there and comes out down a little bit lower on the front as well, you won't actually have to lower the car.
No.
Because people obviously
and it will give the effect of the car being, it will still give you a nice OE quality rather than lowering it and ruining the car.
Rather than lowering it and ripping front splitters off, yeah. Even though these are 30mm spacers, we know full well that if we drag this car off the ramp now and we test the turning circle, obviously you've got front and rear steer on the RS6, so if it doesn't touch with 30mm spacers on the inner arches, we know that we're good to go on anything less. So if we go down to 10 on the front and 15 on the back, we know that we're safe. So we'll get it off now and check that out.
Good. That rear, you can really see how much they steer now.
Yeah. The rear. You can see how much the rear steer, yeah. Go front. Yeah, it's clear. Yeah, it's clear. But you can see at the back, you know that we'll definitely have trouble with that. So we've got to do exactly what you said. Take it in to the furthest in but furthest out point on the arch that we can do, yeah, perfect. Yeah. At least we know it clears anyway. So.
It clears on the turn in, so it's literally, we just got to get that ride height right.
Yeah, ride height, yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. All good. So here we have it. This is our version of the 75th anniversary Defender from Land Rover. You'll notice when this car came in, it started off with a green roof and green side panels. What we've done, we put it through the wrap bay, paint on the side, wrap on the top, and we've created this floating roof line that runs down the middle. This is kind of what you normally see on something like a V8 Carpathian, so we've really modernised the look and got rid of the green at the top. So we have our rear roof spoiler and our front light bar. Both are in the normal gloss black, but they have been slightly customised with a different tablet badge. We normally do this on a Cullinan, we normally do it silver. This one's in Grasmere green. It gives a nice little sort of eye attraction point that goes up to the top of the car. Moving on to the bonnet. So this is actually our signature piece on the XRS. Now, we said at the beginning we wouldn't use it on other cars, but we lied.
You can't handle the truth.
With a twist. On the XRS, it comes in visual carbon fibre. This is where we use the same components, but we dress it up and we implement the colours from the car to give you this fantastic stripe through the middle. The Grasmere green vents, intricately fine lined, look absolutely amazing, and they go in complements to the side vent here, which comes with a nice neat overlay. It's embossed with the Urban logo and then lacquered over the top to give you a nice, clean, crisp finish to the side vent. While we're at the front, we've obviously got the XRS style front grille. Comes with a pinstripe. We've colour coded this rather than exposed carbon again, so you get the Grasmere green look, which really does complement the front end and breaks things up nicely. Finished off with our premium cast letters. Now, these letters will only feature on our premium models. They're going to come on the new L460 Range Rover and the L461 Sport. on our XRS and on special editions. They are just that little bit more opulent than normal. So coupled up with the normal options, we have one more special feature on this car. Now, this journey was quite an interesting one. We've gone through weeks and weeks. Do we do this? Do we do that? We did different vents where we fine lined one style and ended up going with this. One thing was the wheels. We wanted to add a little bit of detail. So we dropped in our urban caliper in Grasmere green, but we also put a nice fine line around the outside to just give you that little bit of detail. Really pulls out the wheel, pulls out the size of the 23-inch UC4. I think altogether, this just, everything's balanced perfectly. So this car is obviously pre-owned by a customer. They gave us carte blanche to do this conversion. It's nice to be trusted first and foremost. We do have options available. Now we have 2 in the build queue for existing customers who've come through to us and seen that we're doing this in the background. We've shared some information with them already. There are Defender 90s and 110s available in D300 and P400 engines. So if you are interested, please do get in touch. The likelihood is we will only build 10 cars. So we have 7 left to build. It's a very, very unique build. It's one of my favorites. The journey was amazing. On that note, get in the comments, tell us what you think of this. Do you like the 75th? Is it respectful? Is it the perfect take on the modern fusion of Land Rover's 75th anniversary edition? So there you go, guys, our take on the 75th anniversary Defender from Land Rover. Is it a respectful homage to their edition? We think so. It's certainly come together fantastically. Get in the comments, tell us what you think. Please be nice.